So we've just looked at the S and the P, the solvency deficit, and the PERM part of SPOT. Now we're going to talk about the O, offense. There's a few things we have to know about going for offense in against a criticism. And there are three main different types of offensive arguments you're going to be making against a criticism at any given time. The first thing we have to recognize, though, and this comes before everything, is that you still have to control the impact level. You have to control the impact triad, i.e. what is the biggest impact, what is the magnitude. This means that you're going to probably have to read things like extinction comes first, there's always a value to life. So now that we've covered that, let's look at the three different types of offensive arguments. The first is disads. These arguments are simply arguments as to why the alternative produces something that is problematic and bad. So if the alternative is nihilistic or doesn't engage in politics, maybe you could read a Cede the Political argument and indicate that a right-wing takeover would be problematic towards things like global warming policy, and we wouldn't be able to solve for that major environmental catastrophe. That would be a disad to the alternative. The second thing is method impact terms. And method impact terms are dealing with the method of the 1AC. These were briefly talked about or referenced in the permutation video, but with a method impact term, what you are doing is you are saying the method the 1AC employs is a good thing for the world. I.e., for example, science might be the method that is employed inside of your 1AC. If science is utilized, science could also be a good thing. Like science could lead to things like stopping global warming. It could produce space exploration. Maybe science is key to nanotechnology. These could all be impact terms to the criticism by focusing on the method, i.e. the method the 1AC uses and the method that the alternative does not use, i.e. the alternative is not scientific, are all reasons why you should vote affirmative over negative. So those are all reasons why you could vote there. The third way is just your standard impact terms. Your standard impact terms. And your standard impact terms are pretty simple. They say that securitization is bad. You impact turn it and say securitization is good. It's key to hegemony, it's key to space weapons, and space weapons are key to prevent asteroids. You could also argue things like capitalism is good. They read a capitalism criticism against you. You say capitalism is good. Capitalism is key to nanotechnology. Capitalism is key to space exploration. These can all be arguments that are utilized to create offense in a debate round when you are a policy affirmative and you are going up against criticism. So, to review, you want to remember the central thing is you have to still control the impact triad. You still have to control what the biggest impact is. But there are three different ways to create offense in any said given round against a criticism when you are a policy AF. You can read disads to the alternative. What is it that the alternative does that is a bad thing, i.e. Cede the Political? You can talk about method impact terms. What are methods that the alternative does not engage in that would be very beneficial for in various different ways? Standard impact terms, like they say cap is bad and you say cap is good. So we've now looked at the S, the P, the O. Next, we're going to look at theory.